place here with the Yules. He's got to blink away. Can't stick around this QOTA, who now to the back of that fight, coming up to the amount of gold needed for that second Mithril Hammer. And this TA is getting out of control, Sin.
We just saw the first Winter's Curse of the game, and it was he used it way too late. Io and Bristleback just got away from each other, so it dealt 0 damage, just held Io in place, and Bristle was zoning them out anyway, so kind of a 0 impact one there. And pretty unfortunate here for Empire, as MVP again capitalized a little bit on the situation. I think they got a 3-for-2 exchange all in all there. I do believe maybe it was a 2-for-1.
That's the completed
3-for-2, I think.
Completed 19.5 minutes in Deso Blink.
This is how fast it can suddenly go when you take a couple of bad fights and the enemy team gets Roche. Kyo is starting to get really big. With this Deso, I think he can two-shot the Witch Doctor, who does not have a Ghost Scepter, isn't even remotely close. Same goes for the Wyvern, who has to have really quick reactions on the Cold Embrace. And even if he does, as we talked about, there's both a Lina and a Lion with those very scary lasers.
The Resolution just continuing to try and find some farm here in the jungle, trying to finish off his Bloodstone. As the point moves to 1700 gold on top of that in the Soul Ring. And we still got to remember the Silence farm here, of course, on this Razor, looking very good. He's only 400 behind the TA. They're actually going to smoke up here now, the side of Empire. Can they get a jump onto Phoenix? Moving towards the Ancients. Febi's actually going to dispel the smoke on Silent, and Resolution's just going to go straight in for the Io, but they're going to be able to keep him alive here, holding them back, and they might even turn this one around. MVP. Death Ward has been dropped, but it's KP from the ground with the Guna Blade onto Silent. Silent's seen a lot of damage. There's Death Ward from Always Want to Fly. It's not quite enough. Bristleback's going to live. Finally goes down here, but he got himself a double kill before falling. 4 heroes dropping on the side of Empire, and that was a smoke gone wrong.
MVP are in such a good position on the high ground. It's like the best place right now for Lion to fight. And KP gets a really good angle there with the Lina as well. So, we're going for real.
He's going back to base here.
He's just refilling his bottle. Surprised he didn't bring a friend. He could have refilled all of Lina's health and mana as well there. Well, regardless, fight 1 for MVP.
Look at the graph now as well. A massive breakaway, heading towards a 7,500 advantage straight off the back of that fight here for MVP.
This could just be a day of upsets. I mean, we just saw eHome taking a secret 2-0 in that series. I felt like eHome had going into the series, I felt like people were favoring Secret too much, but I thought eHome had a good shot at least winning one game. But for them to 2-0 in the fashion they did, I think very few people would have imagined. And now, MVP going in as underdogs against Empire. They've got a pretty good grip on this game right now. It looked like Empire had them counterpicked the corner pretty well, and that the early game was going their way, but a couple of bad decisions is putting MVP in the driver's seat all of a sudden. QO, he got the Desolate, when was it, 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, 19.5 minutes in.
So in the last 2 minutes, he's had a GPM of like 950. It's pretty good.
Just going to hide here in the jungle. Aloha Dance needs to be careful how close he comes to the side of MVP Phoenix. QO. They do have these Radiant Wards all around, so he sees the Wyvern here. He's going to make a jump for it as of yet. He's actually moving in now. Just going to take the camp here. No one's going to make a jump as of yet. Always Want to Fly, looking for the D ward. It might be his last one as QO is going to try and move in here with the slow, with the trap. The car's coming out, isn't going to bounce. They're able to create enough space between the two of them. Always Want to Fly is going to be Cold Embraced up and now Silent. Moving in here with the static. Link getting a fair bit off of QO. Is already over the hundreds. They've got to be careful fighting into this one, MVP. They just need to get themselves the hell out of there. Silent with 168 stolen damage. And MVP will just disengage for the time being.
I think did QO miss his first Meld Strike, or did he just not get it off? Because he had it on cooldown, I think, when he wanted to use it, and then the perfectly timed Cold Embrace here from Aloha Dance saves the day for the Witch Doctor. Either way.
I mean, the fact that even though Empire didn't find a fight, they were forced back. MVP finding space here to find this tier 2 on the top lane. Seeing a bit of a split push coming out from Resolution on the Storm on the bottom lane. Tier 2 on the top will go down. Resolution just trying to work that wave in towards a tier 2 of his own. And he's, I think that's, the completed Bloodstone now finished on the Storm.
23 is very slow for Resolution standards. And it's even with 4, 2, and 10, right? You look at his kill death score and you feel like, okay, this is actually pretty decent. He could have it at sub 20 with that, but not in this case. His CS is simply too low. 88 CS at minute 23 in that mid lane. Generally on Stone Spirit at this point in time, you want to at least have cracked the 100 and preferably a little bit more. But MVP has forced them to fight a lot, and in addition to that, he just had a poor laning stage. Didn't go the way he wanted.
Oh, and March now on the Bristleback. He's got a completed Crimson Guard on top of the mech 23 minutes in.
And speaking of bad laning stages, March had a really hard time in the early game as well, and now he's pretty much up to par with what you want to have at 24 minutes with an off-lane Bristle. Maybe even a little bit ahead of it.
Farm's looking very good for Phoenix. Resolution is going to get scouted out here, but I think with the lockdown in the neighborhood, March starting to get this lane pushed in. At the same time, they're looking towards the bottom as well, Phoenix. Getting that lane pushed in as well. See if they can find this final tier 2 from the side of Empire. This time, I mean, it's going to be very hard for Empire to try and jump in on this one, especially March with those items that he's got here to benefit the team in a team fight situation.
They have to find a good Winter Curse. It's been the key ability that's been lacking in this game so far for them. They haven't really been able to find the angles, but now with a Glimmer Cave, it's a lot more possible for Loa Dance either to sneak in and do it, or at least to get a Cold Embrace into Glimmer Cave onto a friendly target that gets opened up.
Moving in now.
Get the tower up for free.
Okay, bottom lane. Nuts, he's going to blink in on this one, and now with the relocate, they're going to be able to control Resolution, bringing in Cure with the damage! Blowing up the Storm Spirit. Not a chance in hell for him there.
This is a very classic ganking pattern you try to apply when you're playing against one split pushing hero, is that you push a tower with 4 or 5 heroes together in the lane, and it gives the enemy split pushing hero a false feeling of safety, because he'll still be seeing the heroes in the bot lane as Lion jumps on him. Relocate, easy kill. Of course, it's easier with Wisp than it is with TP Scrolls, but the concept is the same here, and MVP showing good understanding of how to find.
I want to fight. Goku going in with the setup with the Yules, looking for the IO there, trying to force him away from March. Febi's going to look for the straight up TP, and he's going to make it as well. Febi's out of this fight. It's going to be March they're trying to chase down. They look for the Splinter Blast to connect. It won't do so. So he's going to be A-OK, and Empire unable to find anything with that aggression.
And meanwhile, Kyo is just farming. He is actually... So if you remember the game you probably do, it was 30 minutes ago. Remember the game of eHome versus Secret, the second game. The TA of CTY got ridiculously farmed. I think that was in minute 27 Daedalus he grabbed. We're looking at a similar timing here for Kyo. His net worth, he's just way ahead right now at minute 26. Only 350 gold to go. Very, very rich on the tempo.
This is certainly going to be an issue for the side of Empire. I mean, they have got a lower dance, of course, with the Wyvern, with the Cold Embrace to help out against the TA in these fights, but it's just a question of whether it's going to be enough when it comes to a full 5-on-5. Roshan's going to be back up in 10 seconds. And of course, MVP's lineup are going to be able to take it so quickly if they get their hands on it. Especially with the amount of damage and items that Kyo has now got on this TA.
He's going to go for a Bloodstone. We're seeing this build more and more popular in this tournament. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's become the standard for safe lane lead, but it's definitely been picked up on a couple of occasions. Yules into Bloodstone.
Resolution is going to find the courier here, but the Daedalus was delivered just in time. They managed to get the Daedalus to QO, and now the relocate forward. Oh, Witch Doctor! He's going to need another Doctor. That was brutal. And out the back of it, they're just going to go for Roshan. And I don't know if Empire can do anything to contest this with a hero down. I don't know if they'll be able to do anything with a full line. That's just the amount of power that QO's got behind him now.
And they even have an IO to back him up. That's the crazy thing. They picked IO Bristle, but something I really like to see is when teams pick IO, sometimes you can combine it so that it has 2 good partners, maybe even 3 in the draft. Templar Assassin with Overcharge is ridiculous at pushing towers, so they don't necessarily have to pair it with March all the time, since March can hold his own with a Crimson Guard plate mail and mech, and they can just overcharge QO and he can get the job done really, really quickly with that attack speed and, of course, the tankiness.
Here we go, up to the high ground.
Right now,
what can Empire do to stop this one? The tier 3, incredibly fast. This silent moving forward, we always want to fly. They've got all their ults available. Going to blink back here. Static Link's going to be down, and this is going to be a good opportunity for Kiro to just go back in, starting to hit away. Use onto Razor. He's going to set up the Light Strike array, but it's now Empire moving forward.
On the side, he got caught.
Only just getting himself back up to the high ground here, and off the back of that, MVP might be ready to go. They know that the storm's down. He's had to go back to the fountain. But Kyo a little bit too low. Okay, they're going to keep Kyo safe. They don't want to waste the Aegis as of yet.
Yeah, they blew the Finger of Death from Nuts there as well, so...
They're going to take him back to base. Okay, bringing Kyo back.
Yep.
Themselves top back up for round 2.
Also seemed like a little bit of miscommunication there as far as the Razor went. Kyo went for the meld attack, and at the exact same time he got Yuled by KP, so a little unfortunate there for MVP that they don't manage to combine their abilities perfectly. But they lost nothing either, so just keep playing it safe for a bit now. The top lane is starting to get some momentum here for Empire, and this is probably something they will want to address, but they don't have relocate to just take care of it, so they would have to go for an actual hard TP back to the top lane.
think they'll be content if they can find...
Oh, Razor could be in trouble here.
From this March moving forward and Silent. He's got the cold embrace here. It's going to be fine for the time being. If you're going to be thrown out now, the 10th one in a very nice position here, doing a fair with the Sonic Wave. Febby getting low, but they've already killed the Wyvern here at the side of MVP, and they're looking for more. Silent, he gets stunned up. March trying to move, and he's just 2 down. Taking Resolution's out of mana, and there's a damage for Kyo. No, he's trying to get himself in. We'll get it. Double kill for Kyo. 1, 2. He needs one more. That's going to do it. No, he needs the final one. He's got it. It's a triple kill for Kyo. Now Silent chasing down March. Will find the kill with the help of Yoku and Resolution, and it's in fact just Kyo that's left alive. Will be able to blink himself out. Resolution is not happy. He wants Kyo dead. He's going to be able to, well, it's going to be the Karina playing there with the Yules, holding Kyo in place. Kyo just trying to turn it. He's got the Aegis. Now they've got to kill him a second time here. They've got to be careful. Kyo is a bit of a glass cannon. He does a hell of a lot of damage here. He's just going to try and meld himself up. They haven't got detection. And Kyo, he's out. Blinks away. No! Oh, he tries to find Yoku as well. Won't quite get away with it. And Resolution's trying to zip forward. He's only got a little bit of mana. Oh, you want to go? Oh my God! Now Kyo's going for more. He's looking for Silent. He's going to get it. What? Oh my God! Double kill for Kyo. This man, you can't kill him. You don't want to kill him because he'll turn around. He'll kill you. He'll kill your friends. He'll kill your family. My goodness, this man he's a maniac, and now he's going to go for the base. Fortification coming out for the side of Empire. He's just ready to go. Oh, Yoku, you know what happens? You've got to blink yourself away. He's fine, he's got refraction, he's good.
No.
Oh, Laguna Blade there, that's a
Absolutely not.
Okay, he's overstepped the mark this time. Kyo's going to go down. March on the front line. Febby actually doing a fair bit to a low hard dance. KP with the stun onto Silent. Febby just helping KP get himself out. I think it's going to be a really quick back out. March is on his own now. And he's in a bit of trouble. He's going to need some kind of help. I don't think it's on its way. He's been left alone. Zipping in. They'll find the kill. And okay, they do kill Kyo. So they find a lot of things in return, but it's still Kyo. He's still about 4k ahead of the Queen of Pain.